What do you do when the person who promised you paradise slowly starts making you live in hell? What happens when obsessive love turns off from one day to the next? Understanding what comes after love bombing is crucial for healing. Research reveals a predictable and devastating cycle. The cycles are these: 1. Love bombing. 2. Devaluation of your existence. And 3. Discarding of your existence. Love bombing is only the first phase. Then comes the devaluation. The attentions disappear and humiliations and cruel lessons begin. Research confirms that victims feel blamed for hours, according to studies published in Personality and Mental Health. Why is recognizing this pattern the first fundamental step to getting out? After we got married, he changed. He became prone to extreme anger if I didn't compliment him enough. The lessons began. Hours of criticism and blame, victims report. Remember, recognizing the game is not paranoia, it's awareness. And awareness is the first step to reclaiming your power. Welcome to Psychomaps. This is part 3 of Love Bombing, Freeing Yourself and Healing. In part 1, we talked about the seduction trap. And in part 2, we talked about what are the warning signs. And today, in less than 5 minutes, you will learn how to defend your emotional life from manipulators. Follow us. Have you ever hoped for a change that never came while feeling used? The same person who called you perfect now engages in gaslighting. We have the dedicated video, link in the description. Emotional abuse and guilt tripping. Narcissists use manipulative tactics to control the partner's emotions and behavior. The intimacy that was abundant during love bombing drastically diminishes, leaving victims confused and isolated, according to research by Simply Psychology. What is the one sign that warns you that you are about to be discarded? And how does one rebuild a life after being treated like a disposable object? Finally arrives the discard phase, where the narcissist replaces you and throws you away like a broken object. Then, sometimes they return to try to use you again. Some engage in hoovering, attempting to suck the victims back in with renewed love bombing and false promises of change. To get out, you first need the map, recognizing these phases for what they are, not as love, but as control. Follow and share. This is not content, it is about building our peace, and here we pass you the tools, one at a time. In a relationship, has the speed of a relationship ever scared you more than its slowness? If they tell you "I love you" in a few days but don't know what you drink, it's not passion, it's a tactic to confuse you and control you quickly. This is why you should be wary of excessive speed in a relationship. Set the pace yourself. "Let's go slower" is the most powerful sentence you can say. 2. Ask yourself, does this person know me or idealize me? True love needs time to grow. Did all that initial attention ever seem too much to be true? Studies show that love bombing creates traumatic bonds that can cause lasting psychological damage. Victims experience anxiety, depression, and difficulty trusting future partners. Research from Anchor Therapy confirms that survivors often struggle with low self-esteem and PTSD symptoms. Rebuilding afterwards is not a linear journey, but every step you take for yourself, however small, is a victory. Your inner peace is worth more than any unkept promise.
What do you do when yesterday's too much love becomes today's weapon? Too much love at the beginning can hurt later. It makes you feel insecure and afraid to trust again. Research-based healing involves 3 key elements. First, recognize the manipulation. Watch our 2 videos carefully to learn all the tactics. Second, establish no contact with the love bomber. Third, slow down. Listen to that part of you that feels uncomfortable even amidst all those compliments. Responding always and immediately? Is it your duty or their mechanism? In excessive communication, the narcissist floods you with messages as if it were love, but it is only control. It makes you feel obligated to respond always and immediately. Observe, don't justify. When they get angry over a delayed response, note the reaction mentally. Train yourself to recognize if someone respects your silences or is afraid of them. Love bombing fears emptiness and thought. A healthy connection is not afraid of a pause. Follow and share. Your name among our followers is not a number. It is a signal that these words must continue to exist. Remember, love bombing reflects the psychological issues of the manipulator, not your worth. Studies show that individuals with low self-esteem and insecure attachment styles are more likely to engage in love bombing. You didn't cause it. You encountered someone who used a calculated manipulation strategy. Have you ever felt cut off from the world, with only one person deciding who you could see? Isolation and lavish gifts and controlling your every move is love bombing. Taking back your boundaries is not destroying a relationship, it is building respect. It is the greatest act of courage. Your worth is non-negotiable. Saying no to a manipulative gift is saying yes to the respect you deserve. Your freedom is the non-negotiable boundary. Were you looking for someone who wanted you all to themselves, but at what price? True love does not suffocate. If you feel guilty for wanting your own space, it is a clear signal of manipulation. Stop justifying. Start naming the narcissist's behavior. It is control, not love. Reintroduce healthy distances. Seek an outside perspective to validate what you already feel. Should love take your breath away or the anxiety? True love develops gradually, respects boundaries, and creates security, not anxiety. Trust your gut and protect your emotional well-being. If true love is not a gilded prison, what atmosphere do you breathe when you are with the right person? Subscribe to the channel. The next time someone overwhelms you with attention, you will know exactly what to look for, and we are the only ones bringing you this data. Comment below, what is the first signal you learned to say no to? Your most important love story begins when you decide to protect the person you were before meeting them, and to create something new, positive together. If you have been manipulated, close that door to the past and move forward. And remember, the time you dedicate is an investment that also nourishes you. A healthy love sometimes asks for sacrifices, it's true, but it never asks you to sacrifice your perception of yourself.